Hi, today we're going to do a rhythm that's really heavily based on the hi-hat. It's really funky, super useful, really great for the independence of the hands, and I'm going to affectionately call this one hi-hat 8s because it's pretty much got 8 different hits on the hi-hat, one of which moves onto the snare to create this rhythm. Yeah, so by the end of this video you'll be able to play this rhythm, which is great. Super useful. We're going to work the hands first of all. As with the other videos that have come before this one, we're still sticking to the hi-hat, the bass and the snare. If you can't say it with a hi-hat, bass and snare, is it worth saying? Controversial. So we're gonna actually start first of all with 8 hits, starting with the right hand on the hi-hat. So we're going to do a couple of things technique wise. We're going to use the tip of the stick rather than the shoulder on the edge. We're going to keep it quite so we're going to hit mainly like quite light on the top rather than getting that trashy sound on the edge. We're going to keep the hi-hat pressed down so that we don't get an open sound. Yeah, we're going to keep it pressed down with our heel up and our toe pressing down to get a really nice tight sound. Yeah, and then we're also just going to kind of sit upright and nice and relaxed and count to 8. Check we can do that. All right, so we're going to start with the right hand and we're going to go alternate hands, right left, right left, right left, right left. Easy peasy. Let's see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And when you get to 8, just stop and think, okay, that went well, I'm going to do it again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. All right, one more time. 1 2 1 2 3 4. And again. 1 2 3. Okay, great. So now we're going to start to add the bass drum and the snare. Now those 8 hits that we just did are not really going to change, but on the first one we're going to add the bass drum. So as well as the right hand, you're going to get a bass drum at the same time. It's going to sound like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So the bass drum and the hi-hat are together, and then 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It's just as we did it. So we're going to loop that first of all like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Great. If you need to, pause the video, work on that. The important thing with this rhythm is getting it feeling smooth and confident. If it's kind of jerky, it's not going to feel very nice. So I would say start with the hands, then add the bass. So you really feel where the beginning is in this rhythm. And then, as a next stage, we're going to add a snare hit in. The snare, if we are going to count over these 8 beats, is going to sit on number 5. Okay? So if we just work the hands again, 1 2 3 4 5 falls on the right hand, okay? 6 7 8. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring that hand down and hit the snare on that beat. So it's going to go like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You see that? I'll do that a few times. So actually what's happening is the hands are still keeping going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Nothing changes there except the positioning of that beat. So number 5 boop, comes across onto the snare. So just the hands, we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now, this is the fun part, putting all of that together. So if we think back, we've got a few stages. We've got first stage, 8 hits on the hi-hat. Well done. Next stage, adding the bass at the beginning on the 1. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Then we could do that a few times to practice it. Yeah, went well. Could even do it a bit faster. And so on. Then next stage, adding the snare on the 5. exactly. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then stop. And then think, right, did that go well? Yeah, it did. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So still keeping it slow. And I would even actually, usually teaching in person, play this much slower than that even. The benefits to playing really slowly are that your brain and your body get a chance to communicate, and it's more likely you'll play it correctly. Slight drawback is that it doesn't sound as funky as you want the rhythm to sound, so it can be a little like, did I get that right? So sometimes it's useful to even video yourself or watch yourself play. Here we go. We're going to now ramp the speed up a tiny bit and loop it together. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That sort of speed, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Right. If that's going well, why not pause the video and play it and maybe ramp the speed up a tiny bit, but kind of keep it on the chilled side. When we start to speed that rhythm up a lot, now I am going to play faster just to give you the example of how it can feel, how it can sound. So you could play this rhythm kind of slow like that. But I think it's when it gets a bit faster, it really feels like something special. So when you really start to get confident and feeling like, oh, okay, these beats are going quite well, then the speed will come and the feeling of that rhythm will come. So mess around with that in stages. First of all, hi-hat, 8 hits. Then add the bass on the 1. Then add the snare on the 5. Then loop it together. Then experiment with increasing the speed. One last thing you could try, if you're being really cheeky, is to add the bass drum one more time when you hit that snare on the 5, okay? So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see that? Both together? Yeah? So try that as a little chunk on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe just see if that goes well. If it does, try the whole thing. Do it again. Then loop it together. Then go double time. Yeah, you can start to add all those frilly bits afterwards, but the basic rhythm is playing those hi-hat beats and really making a feature of the hi-hat. It's a real showcase for the hi-hat, this one. What can be nice as well is to use it in contrast with another rhythm like this. You see? So it really can pick up a song in between different bits of a song. It could be just a more exciting little way to express an idea, and then drop back and drop stuff out. Taking stuff away is a cool way of soloing as well. So if you started off with that rhythm, you can really start to feel a real shift in gears. You know, it's like kind of driving a car. Enjoy that. Let me know how you get on and take it easy. Practice slowly, build it up slowly. It'll be more satisfying in the long run. Nice one. Well done.